The single-digit 1 in numerology is the first of all numbers and a symbol of newness, possibilities, movement, and independence. The number 1's independent nature helps forge new paths and embrace unexpected possibilities. Meaning of the number 1 in numerology. The foundation of numerology consists of 9 single-digit numbers, including the number 1. Each of these numbers has a special meaning and symbolism, and their presence can influence our lives in many different ways. You can use numerology to discover what the future might hold, to better understand your strengths and weaknesses, and your personal identity. Understanding the unique meaning of the numerology of 1 can help you receive important messages and guidance sent your way. Keep reading to uncover the special meaning and symbolism of the number 1 in numerology and what it means for tarot, astrology, luck, business, and more. What does 1 in numerology mean? The number 1 in numerology has 4 different meanings shown below. The beginning of everything. The root of opportunity. Creative energy. Turn ideas into reality. The beginning of everything. The first meaning of the number 1 in numerology is the beginning of everything or newness. 1 in numerology, the very first number, giving birth to numbers that follow. In this way, number 1 is primary and original. As a true pioneer, number 1 carries remarkable momentum. It represents the divine origins, creation, birth, and the start of something new. Number the 1st of May appear as a symbol of embracing new beginnings or taking control of the future. If it repeatedly appears, you are receiving a message that a fresh start or a new cycle in your life is imminent. The root of opportunity. The number 1 symbolizes the root of opportunity in your life. By experiencing the fresh start that comes with number 1, there will be new opportunities and possibilities available for you. It symbolizes a door opening and realizing your power to turn your current circumstance into something better. If you encounter the number 1, keep an eye out for opportunities that will allow you to change and grow. Creative energy. In numerology, the number 1 is brimming with creative energy. It vibrates a powerful energy that sparks creation as well as creativity and passion that can't be contained. However, the creative energy of the number 1 isn't expressed in an imaginative or fictional way. Instead, its creativity manifests physically by visualizing goals, devising master plans, and taking the lead to reach their desired outcomes. Turn ideas into reality. Number 1 in numerology symbolizes action that turns ideas into reality. It's a proactive number that helps unlock your deepest inner wisdom and strength. In numerology, the number 1 is seen as a symbol of a powerful force focused on producing results and doesn't allow anything or anyone to limit their possibilities and capabilities. Number 1 means that the journey toward happiness, peace, and fulfillment is in your hands. Whatever you set your mind and heart to will materialize. Numerology 1 encourages being assertive and taking the initiative to turn your life however you want. What are the positive personality traits of number 1? The number 1 has 4 core positive personality traits. Firstly, the number 1 is independent. The single-digit number 1 in numerology represents independence and the importance of autonomy. Number 1 forges new paths by opening doors and revealing opportunities. The number 1 doesn't wait for an opportunity to come to its doorstep. It's self-sufficient and powerful on its own. Secondly, number 1 is self-determined. Number 1 excels at discussing plans, setting goals, and doing the necessary work to achieve said goals. The number 1 is decidedly ambitious, focused, and has unwavering self-determination. It sees the world as a place brimming with possibilities only waiting to be grabbed or taken advantage of. Number 1 is not afraid to explore new things, and it's a number you won't mistake for laziness. It thrives in doing and staying active, and its goal is always to progress. Thirdly, number 1 is innovative and strong-willed. Number 1 looks at obstacles not as roadblocks or walls that can stop them from progressing but as challenges to overcome. Its innovative mindset and creativity allow this number to find countless ideas and solutions to problems. If there is an obstacle between number 1 and their goals, number 1 sees a wall they can drill through toward success. Fourthly, number 1 is a realist. Number 1 sees things as they are and are not afraid to act accordingly. Number 1 has a sense of justice and can't bear to see injustice without trying to intervene and balance disorder. What are the main weaknesses of 1 in numerology? There are three main weaknesses of the number 1 in numerology. First, a weakness of the number 1 in numerology is its domineering attitude. The unwavering ambition of the number 1 can often come across as forceful and domineering. It can become too forceful in its pursuit of progress that it doesn't realize when it's made an offense. Number 1 is so independent that if they're forced into partnerships, their helpful guidance can quickly turn into nagging. Patience and cooperation are not a strong suit of the number 1. Second, a main weakness of number 1 is its lack of foresight. The tunnel vision and self-determination of the number 1 can often drive it to make risky choices. Extreme focus and fearlessness towards their goals make the number 1 miss some warning signs. Third, the final weakness of number 1 is self-doubt. Although the number 1 doesn't show it on the outside, self-doubt is its biggest weakness. Number 1's intense determination and focus are often rooted in their fear of making mistakes or not measuring up. What does the number 1 mean in tarot? The number 1's tarot meaning is that you have the resources to manifest opportunities. The single-digit 1 in the tarot is the number of the magician or the cobbler, the first card of the major arcana. In tarot, the magician is known as a creative dynamo, always brimming with new ideas, big plans, and the confidence to turn those ideas and plans into a reality. His knowledge is vast, and he holds many tools that help him solve problems. In tarot, the magician symbolizes that you have the skills and abilities you need to succeed. Consequently, when the number 1 appears, it means that you are a creator of your future and the master of your own destiny. Does the number 1 mean anything in astrology? Yes, the meaning of number 1 in astrology relates to ambition, freedom, and self-expression. The number 1 is directly associated with a zodiac and star or planet in relation to astrology. Firstly, the number 1 is associated with Aries, the first zodiac sign in astrology. Aries is a fire sign that loves to be number 1, is no stranger to competition, and is known to dive headfirst into challenges. Secondly, number 1 represents the sun in astrology. The sun is the king of the solar system and symbolizes the ego, sense of self, and creativity. The sun rules the confident, ambitious, and fiercely loyal Leo zodiac sign. What does the number 1 mean spiritually? The number 1 symbolizes exploration towards spiritual awakening. Number 1 encourages you to become explorers and pioneers and get outside your comfort zone. It wants you to start forging your own path in life and discover what truly makes you happy and fulfilled. If the number 1 keeps popping up, it's a sign to release the negativity and focus on your personal growth. All your effort to grow will eventually lead to an enlightened soul. What is the most compatible number for 1? The 3 most compatible numbers for 1 are 2, 3, and 5. Below is a closer look at the best matches for number 1. 1 and 2. Numbers 1 and 2 have very few common traits, making this a difficult combination. A number 1 is driven and competitive, while number 2 thrives behind the scenes. That said, 1 and 2 show promise together because they fulfill specific roles that balance each other's strengths and weaknesses. Number 1 is the driving force, while number 2 softens the blow as the peacemaker. 1 and 3. Both numbers 1 and 3 are creative, which fuels their compatibility. Number 1 puts more importance on loyalty and responsibility, while number 3 is on playfulness. On the surface, it makes them an unlikely couple. That said, their personalities balance each other. The number 3's playfulness contributes lightness and sunshine to balance the forceful and individualistic nature of the number 1. 1 and 5. Numbers 1 and 5 are a compatible combination because they feed on each other's strengths. Both have intense personality traits and share a passion for adventurism. By combining their passion and enthusiasm, they forge a lively relationship. Is 1 a lucky number for business? Yes, number 1 is considered a lucky number for business in the numerology world. The number 1 is considered the number of innovators, explorers, first movers, and leaders in the corporate world. Moreover, the number 1 represents good growth and profits. Businesses associated with number 1 will likely acquire huge success and reach great heights. Is 1 an angel number? Yes, the single-digit 1 is an angel number. In angel numbers, the number 1 is closely related to new beginnings, new opportunities, personal growth, and the ability to let go of the past to move forward. Angel number 1 often appears to warn you of the coming changes or to encourage you to make important and necessary changes in your life. The number the 1st of May appear as a single digit or in sequences of 3s like angel number 111 or in 4s like angel number 1111. And they mean that the vibrations of the angel number 1 are even stronger. What is the energy of the number 1? The energy of the number 1 is hopeful and ambitious. As the root of opportunities and possibilities, the number 1 vibrates hopefulness of a better future. It pushes you to take a look at your current circumstance and realize the possibilities you can take advantage of to reach your goals. Number 1 further encourages you to stay positive when things are tough. Furthermore, number 1 wields action and confidence. The energy that number 1 represents encompasses action, planning, making tough decisions, and exploring new avenues. Is numerology 1 female or male? The numerology of the number 1 is neither female nor male. Number 1 represents the dawning of a new beginning, and the transformation that follows. While the number 1 maintains innovative and transformative qualities, most of the personality traits of the number 1 in numerology are associated with masculinity. Number 1 is extremely powerful, restless, busy, serves as the initiator, and has excellent leadership qualities. Conclusion. Number 1 in numerology has the powerful qualities of being driven to succeed, thriving on autonomy, and the will to stop at nothing to reach their dreams. The number 1 has a heightened ability to see opportunities and possibilities where others can't. Additionally, the number 1 has the confidence to push through and turn their ideas into reality. Have you seen number 1 lately? We'd love to know what you think of the symbolism and meaning of numerology 1. Let us know in the comments below.